Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Ling or well 120 going up against wait, who is this again? I'm so sorry. This is colorful. All right, let me go ahead and label that for you guys, all you guys out there, so anyone who comes in knows who it is. Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good Thanksgiving week. Remember to be thankful for, well, just all of the good things in your life and being able to count your blessings and being able to be thankful for what you have generally makes you, well, I guess studies have shown that it makes you a happier person overall. Not the amount of things that you have, but being thankful for the things you have. So, just a little bit of, well, hopeful advice for you today as we're looking into this matchup. Colorful spawning as the red Night Elf on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, 120 is spawning as the, well, I would say green or yellowish, yellow-green undead. So, interesting colors to choose from here as things are now getting underway. 120 opening up. There's a crypt. There is the Altar of Darkness. It looks like it will be either Death Knight or Crypt Lord. Death Knight, the obvious choice here, as well. Oftentimes that Crypt Lord is a little bit more of a narrowed opening. The Death Knight opening has a little bit more options. Same thing for the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove is going to be the start, and then we'll have to see what that second hero is going to be. Keeper of the Grove has really taken over the Demon Hunter as of late for the most popular Night Elf hero, as it's able to do a lot of harassment early on, especially with that level 2 entangle against ghouls. If you can get that Keeper of the Grove to level 3, and it still allows you or opens you things up here as we see a quick ensnare now go down. All right, quick ensnare going down here. We're looking at the Acolyte absorbing a little bit of damage, trying to swing back around, not allowing the Acolyte to actually deal a little bit of damage, as the Keeper of the Grove will be, well, making its way out here, getting a quick entangle off on that Acolyte, trying to finish things up. This Ancient of War should be trying to, well, regenerate some of those hit points, as well as the Keeper of the Grove regenerates a little bit of mana. All right, Forest Troll Trapper doing a little bit of a dance, trying to chase after that Archer, and all of these little things to get that little bit of an advantage over your opponent. If you're able to prevent a unit from early on from attacking, well, that is damage mitigated, and by damage being mitigated, you don't have to heal it. Ancient of War will be rerouting itself here. Meanwhile, Death Knight finally goes for that Death Coil first. Gonna go ahead and use that Rod of Necromancy, get some skeletal minions out onto the battlefield, as the Keeper of the Grove still just shy of level 2. Now, once we see level 2, we are going to be getting some treants out here onto the battlefield. Only a single archer, as the Ancient of War did join in on the battle, as we're looking at 120 quickly coming across, getting in a Death Coil after a single hit from that Rune Blade of that the Death Knight. Hit from Frostmourne if it was Arthas, but it's not necessarily Arthas at all, as we see the Wisp able to slip away once again. All right, Keeper of the Grove does in fact get to level 2, now has a little bit of additional mana, has, well, a quick entangle onto a summoned skeletal minion. Really wants to get those kills off and really try and cut this particular harassment a bit short, as the Death Knight goes in for the denial right there. Death Knight now continuing to retreat back. Meanwhile, ghouls are clearing up a creep camp over here off to the side. It will give a little bit of experience to the Death Knight, but Death Knight still going to be shy of level 2. Death Knight now looking to retreat back. Keeper of the Grove now making its way back over here to the top right once more. Death Knight looking to heal up from this fountain of health and then perhaps make its way back down. Please do let me know if there's any audio or video cutting, staggering issues on this particular recording. I've been changing a little bit of my settings as well. Hopefully it works out a bit better, as the Death Knight now, well, leading on in faster movement speed with level 1 Unholy Aura. Back off to the north, we're looking at, well, treants absorbing damage. Sea Turtle is going to get finished off here. Archer is looking to pull back. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove can be able to easily aggro these units back. Once again, a little bit of slope or a little bit of poison there, and we should be going into an engagement against this Null Overseer, and as this, well, units try to take a little bit of damage. Null Overseer absorbing quite a lot of damage here. Use of that entangle, very aggressive, and really draining a lot of the mana out of Colorful. But that first Nightfall is always a situation where most of your Moonwells are going to be full, and once your Moonwells are all topped off, well, they don't really provide you any advantage. if you're able to get your Keeper of the Grove to level 3 and then top off your Moonwells and be able to get a whole bunch of mana into that Keeper of the Grove, he is able to get Entangles and force the Death Knight to be using those Death Coils on his own units instead to try and save them. Number of low hit point units now trying to make its way back here. Keeper of the Grove will have enough mana for 2, maybe 3 Entangles here when the time comes, as we're looking at a Tome of Intelligence, which was not picked up. All right, we do see one Nerubian Tower and a Halls of the Dead offering a bit of cover here. Keeper of the Grove going to try to dive on in, and all the ghouls, all the acolytes quickly know, you know what? It's time for me to get away. All right, quick entangle onto one low hit point ghoul already. It is on Blight, but it's not going to be able to regenerate, I believe, enough hit points, as that ghoul will get taken down and get taken out. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove going to be back ready for more. Looks like he's trying to get in another kill on a low hit point ghoul. Ghouls are purposely trying to stay away, but the Death Knight coming back in time to teleport him back. Hello, Troya. If only he went warden all those ghouls. Well, would have been the situations change, right? Your opponents change, your strategies change continually, time after time. As we're looking at the Demon Hunter now back out here onto the battlefield, we're going to try and absorb a little bit of damage. Are we going to see the Keeper of the Grove stick around? It actually looks like it. Transferring the Pure Up of Vitality to the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter should have been full on hit points first before he had that Pure Up of Vitality. We'll see what comes of this. Keeper of the Grove purposely staying away. Does want to get an entangle off, but well, instead we're going to see the Lich and the Death Knight take down this Overlord with only a handful of summons here. Keeper of the Grove is coming in from the other side, and is it going to be able to catch a little bit of this Creepjack here? It is trying to add in a little bit of damage. Death Coil finishes off the Overlord. Big item pickup, or in that Django Endurance aura, faster movement speed, faster attack speed, as the undead able to move around those field quickly. Death Knight still low on mana, no sign of obsidian statues as of yet. I take it back, one obsidian statue already being trained, as the Keeper of the Grove looks to retreat back here. Demon Hunter is at level 2. Keeper of the Grove could easily get off an entangle here. This is a situation where 120, if he was paying a little bit more attention, would not have stuck around as much. There's a mana burn as a departing gift as it teleports back to the rest of the army. Death Knight absorbing quite a bit more damage than he perhaps originally expected or anticipated, as the Lich with faster attack speed should be getting that Orb of Corruption here in just a moment. Still, 120 playing a bit of a dangerous game, low on hit points, but still sticking around in this fight as the Obsidian Statue absorbs a bit of damage, and we're going to see the Lich picking up, well, that Tome of Intelligence right there, as the Keeper of the Grove now makes its way over. All right, Entangle could go down onto the Death Knight, forcing the Scroll of Town Portal. No, we're not seeing that. Instead, we're seeing Entangle onto the Crypt Fiend. Death Knight could actually be in a little bit more trouble there, down to 200 hit points. A little bit more damage here, as we're looking at the Crypt Fiend about to get taken down. Is he going to get taken down? Yes, he does. Entangle finishes him off, as the Death Knight still regenerating hit points because of that Obsidian Statue. All right, level 2 now on that Lich. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter getting very close to level 3, bringing in an Ancient of War to try and tank up a little bit more damage as well, as the Death Knight Lich combination working together. We are at tier 3 already. No Orb of Corruption I see as of yet. The backpack upgrade has been picked up. Do we see anyone delivering some items? Nope. Death Knight going to be the one to deliver that item there. All right. Lich is going to get that much closer to level 3. No, it's not. Death Knight opting to stick around in this fight here. Meanwhile, off to the north, Keeper of the Grove and the Demon Hunter both sitting at level 3. There's a Tome of Intelligence +2, a little bit of a gift right there, as the Keeper of the Grove going to increase its damage as well. We're looking at an army of Dryads and Archers going up an army against an army of Crypt Fiends, ghouls, and potentially, eventually, Obsidian Statues. A Naga Sea Witch adding in as the third and final hero. Those cold arrows able to, cause a bit of problems in any sort of retreating, as those cold arrows do affect the units and end up getting them picked off. All right, Tome of Intelligence Death Knight says thank you very much, picks it up and dives on in, trying to clear up this expansion before it really starts to pay for itself. In comes in a potential engagement, 56 supply compared to 120. Army size is 120, slight advantage overall as the Moonwell is currently being repaired. All right, quick, Frost Nova onto an archer there, surround onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter says, nope, not going to work on me. I have a potion of invulnerability, and you're going to have to run past me, getting mana burned all the way. Mana burn all the way as the ghouls are getting taken down. Death Knight gets up to level 4. Keeper of the Grove still fighting. Staff of Preservation trying to save. Mana burn onto the Death Knight again. Death Knight low on mana. Dryads trying to put pressure onto the Destroyers. Destroyers trying to finish off the Archers as the Crypt Fiends trying to finish off the Dryads. Both sides all fighting every which way as the Ancient of War joining in on the battle as well. 50 supply compared to 46. Even the forest is attacking against you as the Keeper of the Grove currently okay for now. Demon Hunter comes off with another mana burn, still looking okay right now, but it's absorbing a lot more damage than he originally expected as Colorful uses a Scroll of Town portal in order to head back. Death Knight now trying to retreat back off to the north. We're going to see a slight repositioning on all of these units. Pure Up the Vitality dropped, picked back up. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and heal as the units are now trying to make their way back over to the expansion. Wisps with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. A Death Knight going to try to dive on in. Ancient of War making its way over, but they cannot stay around in this fight with the full Night Elf army and fully healed, ready to go, ready to get back at it once again. All right. Getting in a little bit more mana, a little bit more hit points. Where is this Keeper of the Grove going? He is just saying to himself, you know what? All I need to do is hold this location here. I believe I have an expansion and my opponent does not. Demon Hunter checks the waters, sees the Death Knight, the Lich, and the Naga Sea Witch just around the corner, or I guess just around the riverbend. And as we're still looking at that Lich, looking to perhaps push on through. Potion of Invulnerability transferred to the Naga Sea Witch. Lich now ready to dive on in. Lich with maximum mana as well, 535. Going to be dealing quite a bit of damage as the Dryads, Treants, all of these units need to get lined up. There's a quick Death Coil and Death right there. Auto attack from the Lich, finishing it off, giving level 3 to the Lich. Never wanting to give an odd level to your opponent so easily, as Colorful will be dealing with level 2 Frost Nova from here on out. Demon Hunter, ready to dive in, has double potions of healing, does have a Pure Up of Vitality, Tree of Life absorbing quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove going to be dancing back away. Where are we perhaps going to see a little bit of repairs? Death Knight trying to keep all of these units together. Obsidian statues are topping things off still. And here we are, a mass army of Dryads trying to slow things down. Treants are going to get devoured. The magic going into the Destroyers here as we are going to be diving on in. There's a mana burn onto the Death Knight. Death Knight does have a potion of greater mana as the Demon Hunter, in a little bit of trouble, drops a Pure Up of Vitality, picks it back up to full hit points pretty easily. Does not have an Orb of Venom at all. So this is actually quite a big of a surprise there as the Dryads are looking to poke down all of these units. Another Death Coil finishing off another unit there. All right, Burrow now being used. Mana Burn, Dust of Appearance. Dust of Appearance, Burrow going to get taken down. A Scroll of Healing trying to counteract there. There goes a little bit more damage. Potion of Healing, Mana Burn as the Demon Hunter could be in trouble. Staff of Preservation sends him all the way back home as the units try to retreat back. That Demon Hunter absorbing so much damage as Colorful still in a little bit of a predicament. Gonna go ahead and drop some items, pick back up. Demon Hunter now heals back up to full. The Demon Hunter pretty much acting as the primary tank, absorbing so much damage. Over 1,000 damage in that fight between the Potion of Healing and the drop and pickup, and still, well, was unable to stick around all that long. All right, Demon Hunter trying to finish off another Crypt Fiend able to back away, and it looks as though Tree of Life gonna go ahead and get taken down there. Scroll of Town portal burn, and the expansion is lost. Beautiful positioning, beautiful fight, beautiful calculation from 120, figuring out how to force his opponent to do a tactical retreat, only to see that his expansion was lost. Beautiful push there, but now we're going to see a Creepjack. One good mistake deserves another, or one good play deserves another, as we're looking at Mana Burn go down onto the Lich units all trying to retreat back. This is a massive army of Dryads. More Crypt Fiends perhaps will be added here, and the fact that 120 has been able to keep all of his Crypt Fiends alive throughout this fight has really been the big point here. Also, the fact that we are only at Tree of Ages and not at Tree of Eternity means that we don't see that Orb of Venom. Orb of Venom is one of those things that give the Night Elf players a little bit more damage over time, being able to make that damage stick a little bit more and make it difficult for the Death Knight and the Obsidian statues to keep all of these units topped off and healed. All right, Dryad's trying to dive on in here. Demon Hunter continuing the fight, has a potion of lesser invulnerability, trying to uses the potion of healing without dropping the Pure Up the Vitality, using the potion of invulnerability now as he continues to go after the units. Naga Sea Witch could be in trouble, but has a potion of lesser invulnerability. It's going to use it as well as the Demon Hunter uses a scroll of healing, or I believe the Keeper of the Grove does. Demon Hunter now back at home. Is he going to teleport back to join in on the fight as the Dryads, all now suffering, or many of them now suffering from Disease Cloud? They're going to see their damage or their hit points slowly drop even during Nightfall over time here. Demon Hunter trying to do one last push to try and stop 120 here, but as the experience grows higher and higher, True Shot Aura now given to the Death Knight. Death Knight now adding in bonus damage for those Crypt Fiends, the Naga Sea Witch, as we're looking at a fight at the fountain. Reverse Creepjack now all of a sudden as the units are now trying to retreat back. Dryad's trying to keep a little bit of distance as the Death Knight now being forced to retreat back once again. Staff of Preservation for the save for a Dryad there as we see a Crypt Fiend getting taken down. Wow, what a turn of events here. 49 supply compared to 46. We're looking at a low hit point Dryad rejoining in on the battle. Death Knight sitting at level 4, Lich sitting at level 3, Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 3, going up against a level 4 Keeper of the Grove and Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter has been unable to play his game as he wants. Colorful has not been able to mana burn and as many units here as the Death Knight does have a potion of mana here. What are we going to see in engagement? The Death Knight actually trapped into an unfortunate location. Mana burn onto the Naga Sea Witch as the Demon Hunter does have a potion of healing and also scroll of healing. Get to go ahead and dive on in. Demon Hunter going to be straight up in a lot of problems as the fighting already getting underway. Demon Hunter gets Staff of Preservation back home. Dryads are now in a lot of trouble as the Crypt Fiends will be able to finish them off quickly. Treants are now trying to get in a position, but the Destroyer is able to devour those Treants easily as we see a level 4 Lich now onto the battlefield. Death Knight gets up to level 5, and that may be too much trying to overcome the hero level advantage. 120 outplaying his opponent here, even though he had the lower resource score, constantly putting in the pressure. And that was no sloppy job by Colorful at all. He played his game beautifully, was able to keep his units alive. He just couldn't do enough with what he had. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.